In today's video, we'll be going over yet another PlayStation exclusive that's in development by a pretty notable director. On top of that, we've got the announcement of a launch of a very cool indie game, so I want to take a look at that. It's a game that doesn't have a lot of buzz around it right now, especially with all of the other major game releases. This one is one that's definitely going to be lost in the shuffle, but I want to put some attention on that. On top of that, it looks like Blizzard's got another unannounced project, and it looks to be a little different, being action-packed and with beautiful and visceral core combat. We're going to look at that as well as the fact that we've been talking a lot about next generation consoles. We know at some point that they're going to be coming, and I don't think they're as far off as a lot of you guys think. We could see it as early as holiday 2019, probably more likely than not they'll be 2020, and AMD CEO chimed in on what they're helping Sony and Microsoft with. And lastly, we're going to round out the video by taking a look at some free content coming your way. If you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, you can get some free Fortnite content right now, and then Absolver will also be getting a pretty sizable expansion in the near future, and if you remember, that game was recently a PlayStation Plus freebie, so that's a game a lot of you guys probably already have access to, and it's gonna get a lot better very, very soon. So more on that at the end of this video. First, let's talk about yet another PlayStation exclusive being in development, and I say PlayStation exclusive because I'm kind of uncertain on whether or not this will be a PS4 title or a PS5 title. Honestly, with no name announced and with the guy that's working on it, I could very well see this be a PS5 title. God forbid it could be a PS6 title. Let me explain why. Because it's been confirmed that Fumito Ueda is working on a brand new game. Now, if you don't know who that is the same man that directed Ico, Shadow of the Colossus, as well as the recently released The Last Guardian, and The Last Guardian is a game that's notable for being an absolute development hell. It was a game that was announced all the way back in 2009, E3 of 2009, so it was in development long before that, and then it didn't release until December of 2016, so yeah, that is a very long time. Let's hope his next game doesn't go through similar development turmoil, because Ueda is a very, very talented developer. I mean, you look at Ico, you look at Shadow of the Colossus, while The Last Guardian wasn't quite as good as those two games, it was a very ambitious game in its own right, and Ueda talked to Famitsu, and Ueda said that, quote, he's working out the core parts first, and from there we'll make it into a stable product. Now, he is working with a studio known as Gen Design, and that is a relatively small team, but it said that this game will be similar to Team Ico's other projects in terms of scale. Let's just hope it's not similar in development time, because that is my main worrying factor after this point. After a while, we knew that The Last Guardian was just not going to be as good as Shadow of the Colossus. You look back at Shadow of the Colossus, and that was a legitimate masterclass of a game, but The Last Guardian, through all of its development turmoil, about halfway through all of that development turmoil, I was just like, man, this game is not going to be anywhere near as good as Shadow of the Colossus, and of course that was the case. The Last Guardian, it turned out to be an okay game, but with a lot of issues. Of course, Shadow of the Colossus earlier this year saw a remake from Bluepoint Games, and that once again shows just how good Shadow of the Colossus is, and that's really the best way to experience that game. However, hopefully Ueda can get back on track with his next game. Probably will be a PS5 game. Let's hope it comes out in a timely manner, and let's hope that he can get back to the quality he set with his previous projects. Moving on from that, I want to take a quick look at a game that the PlayStation blog has been promoting, and it's coming very soon on September 25th, and that is TimeSpinner. TimeSpinner has been in development for 9 years, 5 years of part-time development, and 4 years of full-time development, and like I said, there's a big blog post over on the PlayStation blog, so definitely go take a look at that. However, for those of you that love your Metroidvania experiences, and we've been getting a lot of those with games like Death's Gambit and Dead Cells, now we've got another one in TimeSpinner, and it's a story-driven adventure inspired by classic 2D platformers from the 90s. The game's story follows Lunaeus, a young woman who travels through time in order to seek revenge on the empire that killed her family. The time stop mechanic freezes all enemies in the room at the cost of sand for each moment that time is frozen. While time is stopped, you can use enemies as platform or simply choose a more advantageous position in battle. You'll find many different orbs, from defeating bosses, delving deep inside dark dungeons, or simply given to you as a gift. Each orb has 3 unique aspects: a melee attack, a spell attack, and an always-on passive. So definitely a lot of variety in the mechanics, and one of the crucial elements of TimeSpinner is the story, and that typically isn't the case with a lot of Metroidvania games, but this one has a big emphasis on its story. The game's plot spans multiple planets, rebellions, a war, and more. There's a lot to take in. The developer of the game says he's been developing this universe of TimeSpinner since he was in grade school, so that is pretty ridiculous. Again, it'll be released on September 25th. It'll be coming to PlayStation 4 and PS Vita at the price of $19.99. A lot of games coming out right now, so I fully expect this one to be lost in the shuffle, but definitely keep it on your radar, again, if you're a fan of Metroidvania experiences.
Came for my family. Now, I control time itself. will use this power to change history, no matter what the cost. The Empire has taken everything I love. I will destroy them all. No one will stop me.
Moving on from that, Blizzard is working on a brand new game and they're looking to hire a senior level designer for the game. This was spotted by Blizzard forum user Cannibal, and the descriptions on the job listing give us an idea of what this game will be, namely a robust first-person engine, action-packed with a unique visual direction. Looks like Blizzard is concocting up some sort of first-person experience. Of course, they've had tremendous success with Overwatch, and there is no doubt that they're going to keep Overwatch a consistent and developing experience. They've been very committed to that game, and as we've seen with Blizzard titles, even though the game is in development, chances are it's going to take a very long time for this game to actually see the light of day, and we might not hear about it for quite a while. And considering they're looking for a senior level designer right now, probably in the early stages of development, but still something to follow, and we will keep you guys updated on it. Moving on from that, we've been talking a lot about the PlayStation 5 recently. I've been talking about how we could see it as early as holiday 2019. More likely than not, I do foresee it being a 2020 product. And AMD CEO Lisa Su talked to CNBC's Jim Cramer and talked about AMD's partnership with Sony and Microsoft. And by the way, AMD stock has been rising at a rapid pace. AMD stock was actually around the $10 to $11 range not too long ago, and now it is well over $20, so they are making big moves. And here's what Lisa Su said about their partnership with Microsoft and Sony. Quote, "We're working with both Sony and Microsoft on consoles, and they both have their specific secret sauce that we're helping them do." So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, but I talked about it recently how we're gonna see more and more information about the next Xbox and the next PlayStation come out, and this is really starting to set the groundwork of a PS5 and a next Xbox that I don't think we're too long from. I do believe the PlayStation 4 is just now hitting its stride. I mean, you look at 2018 in terms of the game releases, this has been an absolutely incredible year for game releases. I don't know what I can say about Xbox One. They don't really have any new exclusives outside of State of Decay 2 and Sea of Thieves, and those games didn't turn out all too well. But on the PlayStation 4, with games like God of War, Spider-Man, Dragon Quest XI, Detroit Become Human, and more games coming. But considering how Sony has been talking, I do foresee after this next wave of PS4 exclusives, Your Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, after those games, we are going to start seeing PlayStation 5 announcements, so something to be open-minded to. Lastly, I do want to take a look at some freebie content coming to PlayStation Plus subscribers. First up, available right now, you got some free Fortnite content, a PlayStation Plus loot pack that'll get you some exclusive items such as a flappy glider, a controlling pickaxe, and a skydiving trail. I'll keep that short since I know a lot of you guys aren't into Fortnite. Also coming free is Absolver's free Downfall expansion, and that'll be coming on September 25th. This expansion is pretty robust with something for both PvE and PvP, and it's going to flesh out the experience quite a bit, and it's going to add a new game mode in the Downfall game mode that puts you on a quest to battle Arsenal and his corrupted prospects. So that expansion will be coming on September 25th, and that is a game I know a lot of you guys have access to since it was a PlayStation Plus title, so that's something to be excited for. That's going to conclude this video. Again, Fumito Ueda is working on a brand new PlayStation exclusive. Let's just hope it comes out in a timely manner. TimeSpinner is a brand new PlayStation Metroidvania title. Looks pretty cool. A game that'll no doubt get lost in the shuffle with all of the other major releases, but it'll be coming September 25th. Blizzard is working on some sort of action-packed title, so we'll be following that probably a ways out. AMD is helping out Sony and Microsoft with their next consoles. Some free Fortnite content available right now, and Absolver will be getting a free expansion on September 25th, dubbed Downfall. That's gonna conclude this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. This video is sponsored by the fine folk over at SCD Keys. On this channel, we're always talking about saving money and getting great deals, and that's what you can do by picking up a $50 PlayStation Store card from SCD Keys. If you head over to their website, link is down below, and search for a $50 PlayStation Store card, you'll find it. Go ahead and add it to your card, and use our specialized promo code GC3 to save 3% on your order. That'll bring the cost of the card down to $46.64. You can check out and choose your method of payment. Your key will show up on your account, and boom, just like that, you got a $50 PSN card a little bit cheaper. Not only do they have great deals on PlayStation Store credit, they also have Windows 10 and other software heavily discounted, and you can get great deals on those as well. Again, check out the link to SCD Keys in the description box below.